ॐ चक्षुश्चक्षु ॐ श्रोत्रं श्रोत्रम् ॐ नाभि ॐ हृदयम् ॐ कण्ठ ॐ शिरः ॐ बाहुभ्यां यशोबलम् ॐ करतलकरपृष्ठे ॐ भूपुनातु शिरसि ॐ भुवः पुनातु नेत्रयो ॐ स्वः पुनातु कण्ठे ॐ महः पुनातु हृदये ॐ जनः पुनातु नाभ्याम् ॐ तपः पुनातु पादयो ॐ सत्यं पुनातु पुनः शिरसि ॐ खम्ब्रं पुनातु सर्वत्र। Pranayam mantra to be said in one breath, and after that retain the breath outside for about 10-15 seconds and bring the mind to better focus. Om Bhu Om Bhuvah Om Swaha Om Maha Om Jana Om Tapah Om Satyam. Joining the palms together, rub them gently, cover the eyes and open the eyes slowly below the palms. आर्य समाज मरखाम की ओर से सभी का स्वागत है। आज ऋषिबोध उत्सव के अंतर्गत में काफी भव्य कार्यक्रम है, इसलिए संध्या को सिर्फ 4 मंत्र करके फिर आगे अग्निहोत्र की ओर बढ़ते हैं। गायत्री मंत्र इन द फॉर्म ऑफ भजन। Just do me a favor, keep total silence. If your voice comes to me, I'm going to stop the yajna itself, and don't blame me if the program overruns. That would be your negative karma if your sound comes to my ear. If you have things important which you feel you need to talk, please go in the corridor. I want total silence because Havan is with mantra chanting, and mantra chanting, let's feel the vibrations, the resonance of that, and we'll start benefiting with that. Otherwise, 40 साल मंदिर में आते रहेंगे, कोई फायदा नहीं. Just please bear with that. Bear that in mind. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat तूने हमें उत्पन्न किया पालन कर रहा है तो तुझसे ही पाते प्राण हम दुखियों के कष्ट हरता है तो तेरा महान तेज है छाया हुआ सभी स्थान सृष्टि की वास्तु में तू हो रहा है विद्यमान तेरा ही धरते ध्यान हम मांगते तेरी दया ईश्वर हमारी बुद्धि को श्रेष्ठ मार्ग पर चला दाता हमारी बुद्धि को श्रेष्ठ मार्ग पर चला ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्. Atsman, please take water in the right palm of the Yansel. Please take it from there. Panditji, come on the stage, please. Take water in the right palm. 3 times, Archman, you can share with them. Please share on this side. Let the back, Om, give it on this side. Because if you're going to focus on the back, we are going to be late. Om Amritopastara Namase Svaha. Second time. Om Amrita Pidhanamase Svaha. Third time. Om Satyam Yasha Shirmai Sheshayatam Svaha. Wipe your hands. Then please take water in the left palm. Angsparsh. Take water in the left palm. Using the right and hand ring and middle finger, these 2 fingers. We're going to touch various parts of the body. And it's always on your right hand side, then left hand side at the end of the mantra. Praying to God that, O Ishvara, drive our soul and the soul driving the mind, intellect and all the body organs towards righteous actions. Om Vangamasyastu Om Nasormi Pranostu Om Akshanormi Chakshurastu Om Karnayormi Shrotramastu Om Baurmi Balamastu Om Urvorma Ojustu Om Marishtani Mangani Tanustanva Mesa Santo. Atheshwara Stuti Pratnupasna Mantra. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yadbhadram Tanna Asuva. Om Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jatah Patirekasit Sadadhara Prithivim Dyamute Mam Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Chayam Ritam Yasya Mrityo Kasmai Devaya Visha Vidhema. Om Yah Pranato Nimishato Mahitvaika Idra Jagato Babhuva Yaishe Yasya Dvipadascha Tushpada Kasmai Devaya Visha Vidhema. Om Ye Nadyo Rugra Prithivi Chadridha Yena Swasta Bhitam Yena Naka Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimana Kasmai Devaya Visha Vidhema. Om Prajapate Natvadeta Ninyo Vishvajatani Parita Babhuva Yatkamastejo Mastanno Astu Vayam Syama Patayorainam. Om Sano Bandhurjanita Savidhata Dhamani Veda Bhuvanani Vishva यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास्त्रितीये धामन्नध्यैरयन्त ॐ अग्नेन यसुपधारायेऽस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहोरानमेनो भूयिष्ठान्तेन मौक्तिं विधेम इति ईश्वरस्तुति प्रार्थना उपासना प्रकरणम। ईश्वर उपासना के मंत्रों का भावार्थ। हे संसार के रचयिता देव, आप हमारी सभी बुराइयों को दूर कीजिए और हमें कल्याण के मार्ग की ओर ले जाए। यह सारा विश्व जब अपनी स्वाभाविक तेजस अवस्था में था तब भी आप ही इसके एक स्वामी थे। बाद में विभिन्न लोकों का निर्माण करके उनका संचालन करने वाले भी आप ही हैं। आपके इस विश्व रचना पर हम मुग्ध हैं। आप ही अपनी महिमा से इस जड़ और चेतन जगत के राजा हैं। आपको हम अपनी सब इच्छाओं और कार्यों को समर्पित करते हैं। हे प्रजापालक प्रभु, इस संसार को चलाने वाला आपके सिवा दूसरा कोई नहीं है। आप ही हमारे माता पिता और बंधु हैं। आपको पा करके ही विद्वान लोग मोक्ष को प्राप्त होते हैं और दुख से छूट जाते हैं। आप हमारे पापों का नाश करके हमें सच्चे ज्ञान और उत्तम कर्म की तरफ ले जाइए। हम आपको भक्ति पूर्वक नमस्कार करते हैं। अग्निदान, प्लीज लाइट द लैंप। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः। At the end of the mantra, light it and put it in the center of the fire. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Dyorriva Bhumna Prithiviva Varimna Tasyaste Prithivi Devayajani Prishthe Agni Manna Manna Dhyayadade. ओम उद्बुद्ध्य स्वाग्ने प्रतेजाग्रही त्वमिषा पूर्ते संसृजेथामयञ्च अस्मिन् सधस्ते अद्युत्तरस्मिन् विश्वे देवाय जमानश्च सीदत. First Samhita, when we say Swaha, then you place it in the fire parallel to this. Om ayanta idmatma jata vedaste nedya svardha svachedda vardaya chasman prajaya pashubir brahma varchase namnadyena samedhaya swaha idam agnaye jata vedaste idam namama. Second Samhita. Place it again parallel. Om Samidhagnim. You have two mantras here. On the second Swaha, then you off. Om Samidhagnim Duvasyata Griter Vordayata Tithim Asmin Habya Juhotana Swaha Idamagne Dan Navama. Om Susamidhaya Shochishe Gritam Tibram Juhotana Agnaye Jata Vedase Swaha Idam Agnaye Jata Vedase Dan Navama. Now with the Swaha, third mantra, the Swaha, you place it in the edge fold. Om Tantva Samidbhirangiro Gritena Vardhyamasi Brihachochaya Vishtaya Swaha Idam Agnayangirase Dan Navama. Please take the chamat. And when we say Swaha, you offer ghee. And everybody will say Om at the beginning of the mantra, and when Swaha comes, everybody will chant Swaha along with me. If you know the mantras, fine, you can chant with me in the same pace, same tone, but keep your voice slightly lower than me. Om Mayanta Idmatma Jata Vedasti Nidya Svardha Swachedda Vardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase नान्दाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं नमः ॐ अयन्त इद्मात्मा जातवेदस्ति निध्यस्वर्धस्वचेत्तवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नाम्नाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं नमः ॐ अयन्त इद्मात्मा जातवेदस्ति निध्यस्वर्धस्वचेत्तवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नाम्नाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं नमः ॐ अयन्त इद्मात्मा जातवेदस्ति निध्यस्वर्धस्वचेत्तवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नाम्नाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं नमः ॐ अयन्त इद्मात्मा जातवेदस्ति निध्यस्वर्धस्वचेत्तवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नाम्नाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं नमः ॐ अदितेनुमन्यस्व ॐ अनुमतेनुमन्यस्व ॐ सरस्वत्यनुमन्यस्व ॐ देवः सविता प्रस्वयज्ञं पतिं दिव्यो गन्धर्वः केतपूके तन्नः पुनातु वाचस्पतिर्वाचन्नः स्वदतु Out is a thief, first in the north from here to here, second in the south from here to here, north. Om Agnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye Idam Namama. South. Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya Idam Namama. Center. Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idam Namama. Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idam Namama. I'm not going to say it every time. Each time Swaha comes, you please offer the ahutis. Now is for ghee and samagri at the same time. You can take this. Come forward, please. Dalna hai aapko? Dal sakenge? You can put it. If you can put it, you come forward, please. Otherwise, from there, it will just fall out. Okay? So we have the birthdays of Khyati Arya, daughter of Sulabh Kumar and Prachi Arya, Arham Jain with the parents Saurabh and Pankaj Jain, and Eliana with the parents Sabrina Hall, and the grandparents also, I think, are here. So wishing them happy birthday and also praying for their good health, long, prosperous life. We'll start first with the Pratakalina Ahuti, the mantras for the morning. Ghee and samagri, when we say swaha, please offer. Those at the back, don't offer. Because when we'll come to Puranahuti, then we'll come forward to offer. Otherwise, it fall on the head of those sitting in front. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyoti Surya Swaha. Om Suryo Varcho Jyotir Varcha Swaha. Om Jyoti Surya Suryo Jyoti Swaha. Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajuru Shasendravatya Jushana Suryuvetu Swaha. Mantras for the afternoon. Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotiragni Swaha. Om Agnir Varcho Jyotir Varcha Swaha. Om Swaha. Don't put it with the left hand. If you're at the back, you'll get your chance at the end. Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajuratrendраvatya Jushanu Agnirvedu Swaha. Mantras for both the morning and afternoon. Om Bhuragnaye Pranaya Swaha. Idam Agnaye Pranaya Idam Namama. Om Bhuvarvaive Pranaya Swaha. Idam Vaive Pranaya Idam Namama. Om Swaraditya Vyanaya Swaha. Idamadityaya Vyanaya Idam Namama. Om Bhurvaswaragnivaivaditibhya Pranapanavyanabhya Swaha. Idam Agnivaivaditibhya Pranapanavyanabhya Idam Namama. Om Apo Jyotirasomritam Brahmavurvaswarom Swaha. Om Yam Medham Devagana Pitarashopasate Tayama Madhyamedhayagni Medhavinam Kurusva. Om Vishwani Deva Savitaradurtani Parasuva Yadbhadrantanasva Sva. Om Agnena Yasupatara Yasman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmajjora Namino Vishthante Namautim Videma Swaha. Om Bhurvuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Vishwani Deva Savitaradurtani Parasva Yadbhadrantanasva Swaha. The next 4 mantras, only ghee, no samagri, please. North, south, and the center. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Idam Navama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Idam Navama. Om Prajapataye Swaha. Idam Prajapataye Idam Navama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Idam Navama. Ahutis of both ghee and samagri. Now we go for the mantras of the birthday wishes. And as I said, it's the birthday of 3 children. Khyati Arya was yesterday. Arham is today. No, Khyati is today. Arham is tomorrow. And Elayana is on 29th, which is not there in this month. So either you celebrate it tomorrow or the day after. Mantras with Swaha, both ghee and samagri. Om Shatam Jiva Sharado Vardhamana Shatan Hemantan Shatamu Vasantan Shatam Indragni Savita Brihaspati Shatayusha Avishemam Punardu Swaha. The next mantra is Ayush mantra for long, healthy, prosperous life. Wishing everybody that, and especially those who are suffering, praying for their rapid recovery. Om Tat Chakshurdeva Hitam Purastat Chukramucharat Pashyema Sharadah Shatam Jivema Sharadah Shatam Srinuyama Sharadah Shatam Prabhavama Sharadah Shatam Adina Syama Sharadah Shatam Bhuyascha Sharadah Shatat Swaha. We are celebrating RishiBodh. It was Dayananda Dashami yesterday, and RishiBodh is on the 1st of March. So 3-4 mantras for RishiBodh. The first 2 mantra is praying for enlightened mind, which is why we celebrate RishiBodh. Then Vishwani Deva Savitara, then another mantra for universal peace. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yadbhadrantanna Asuva Swaha. Om Drite Drinhama Mitrasya Chakshusha Sarvani Bhutani Samikshantam Mitrasyaham Chakshusha Sarvani Bhutani Samikshe Mitrasya Chakshusha Samikshamahe Swaha. Om. Now 3 times Gayatri mantra. Those who are at the front, please pull back, and those who are at the back, please come at the front. You are going to continue with ghee, please. Very rapidly. Three times Gayatri mantra, you're all going to chant with me. The first time, second and third time, you're going to lead. I'm going to listen. and you please say it loudly. Ghee and samagri. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Once more. Now chant please. Gayatri.
Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha.
Okay, you may go back. Those who are at the front, please come forward. Now we are going to do Trayambakam Yajjamahe 3 times. Om Traya, ghee and samagri both. Om Trayambakam Yajjamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Vandhanan Mrityurmukshiyamamratat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajjamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Vandhanan Mrityurmukshiyamamratat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajjamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Vandhanan Mrityurmukshiyamamratat Swaha. Sishtakrit Ahuti. Take it in your right hand, share with others a small piece of it. Chamat then. Please take yogi to share with the others. In one mantra, we are going to offer that. Om Yadasya Karmanotyaririsham Yadjvanunmihakaram Agnesha Shrishta Krit Vidyat Sarvam Swishtam Suhutam Karotme Agnaye Shrishta Gate Suhutahute Sarvaprayashchita Hutinam Kamanam Samardetre Sarvana Kaman Samardhya Svaha. Idam Agnaye Shrishta Gate Idam Navama Ahuti Ghee. Om Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idam Namama. Ghee and samagri. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Put everything down. Join the palms together for Mahavam Devyagan. We are praying to God again for peace, sukha, happiness, shanti, peace, and samriddhi, prosperity. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha. Kayanashchitra bhuvadoti sada vridha sakha kayashachishtaya vrita. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha. Tastva satyo madanam Mangishto Matsadandasa Dridachidaru Jevasu. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha. Avishona Sakhinam Avita Charitranam शतं भवास्युतये ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः यज्ञ प्रार्थना। यज्ञ रूप प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए, छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए। वेद की बोले ऋचाएं सत्य को धारण करें, हर्ष में हो मग्न सारे शोक सागर से तरें। अश्वमेधादिक रचाएं यज्ञ पर उपकार को, यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को। नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज्ञ आदि हम करते हैं, रोग पीड़ित विश्व के संताप सब हरते रहे। भावना मिट जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की, कामनाएं पूर्ण होवे यज्ञ से नर नार की। लाभकारी हो हवन मानधारी के लिए, वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए। स्वार्थ भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो, निधन मम का सारथ प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो। हाथ जोर झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे, नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे। रूप भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए, छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए। Right hand. Rub the palms together. अग्नि में दबाएंगे। ओम तेजोसी तेजोमयी देहि, वीर्यमसि वीर्यमयी देहि, बलमसि बलमयी देहि, ओजोस्योजोमयी देहि, मन्योरसि मन्योमयी देहि, सहोसि सहोमयी देहि। पंडित जी आशीर्वाद देंगे। सभी लोग मेरे साथ बोलेंगे। ओम सत्या संतो यजमानस्य कामः, ओम पूर्णः संतो यजमानस्य कामः, ओम सफला संतो यजमानस्य Kama. It says, may the wishes, the desires of the Yajaman be truthful, the truthful desires, wishes of the Yajaman be complete, and the truthful wishes, desires of the Yajaman be complete with 100% success. It's only the truthful desires, just remember, nothing more than that. Ashirvad mantra, and you spray the water with the mantra. Om apo hishta mayo bhavastana urje dadhatana maheranaya chakshase Om yova shivatamorasastasya bhajayate hana ushati matara Om tasma arangamamavo yasya kshayaya jinvatha apo janayatha chana Om swasti na indro vridharshava swasti na posha vishveda swasti nastakshayo arishtanemi swasti no brihaspatir dadatu Om bhadram karnebhi shnuyama deva bhadram pashyemakshaviriyajitra sthirairangaishtoshvang sastanurvirvyashemahi devaitam yadayu Om swasti 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 Om shanti shanti shanti. So you may please take your seat on the other side there. And we've rushed with the Havan today just because we have a heavy program in the context of Dayan Dashami and RishiBodh Mahotsav. Thank you. Dhanyavad. MC, please. Thank you.
सबको सादर नमस्ते। आज आर्य समाज परिवार के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण दिवस है। हम अपने महान ऋषि स्वामी दयानंद जी का बोध उत्सव दिवस मना रहे हैं। शिवरात्रि के दिन ही रात को इन्हें मंदिर में बोध हुआ और वह मूल शंकर नाम से दयानंद बने। तो छोटा सा एक भजन है। शिवरात्रि मुबारक हो सबको, शिवरात्रि मुबारक हो, शिवरात्रि मुबारक हो सबको, ऋषिवर की याद कराती, ऋषिवर की याद कराती। बूढ़े भट्ट के जो प्राणी है, सन्मार्ग उन्हें दिखाती है, सन्मार्ग उन्हें दिखाती है। इस दिन की मूल को मंदिर में सत्य शिव का था ज्ञान हुआ, दिल उठ गया मूर्ति पूजा से और ईश्वर का ध्यान हुआ। इस दिन की मूल को मंदिर में सच्चे शिव का था ज्ञान हुआ, दिल उठ गया मूर्ति पूजा से और एक ईश्वर का ध्यान हुआ। पद चिन्ह बरस के चलते रहे और जीवन सफल बनाया, जीवन सफल बनाया, ऋषिवर जीवन सफल बनाया। जब चारों ओर अविद्या की एक रात अंधेरी छाई थी, सूरज बनकर ऋषि चमक उठे, दुनिया में धूम मचाई थी। जब चारों ओर अवेक्षा की एक रात अंधेरी छाई थी, सूरज बनकर ऋषि चमक उठे, दुनिया में धूम मचाई थी। वह वैदिक शिक्षा दी हमको जो जीवन सफल बनाती है, शिवरात्रि याद दिलाती है, ऋषिवर की याद दिलाती है। वह वैदिक शिक्षा दी हमको जो जीवन सफल बनाती है, शिवरात्रि याद दिलाती है, ऋषिवर की याद कराती है। कुर्बान किया जीवन अपना, पर बहता देश बचा ही गया, कांटों से भरी झोली अपनी, फूलों पे हमें बिठाई गए। कुर्बान किया जीवन अपना, पर बहता देश बचा ही गया, कांटों से भरी झोली अपनी, फूलों पे हमें बिठाई गया। दिल धन्य धन्य पथ कहता है, जब याद ऋषि की आती है, शिवरात्रि याद कराती है, ऋषिवर की याद कराती है। दिल धन्य धन्य पथ कहता है, जब याद ऋषि की आती है, शिवरात्रि याद कराती है, ऋषिवर की याद कराती है। धन्यवाद।
स्वाहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम् ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम् ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम् ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम्। अर्थात ईश्वर कण कण में है। एक छोटी सी भजन प्रस्तुति आप सबके आशीर्वाद के साथ। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है। सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे। हाथ में उसके हाथ है, ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है। समय से पहले भाग्य से ज्यादा बोलो किसने पाया है। समय से पहले भाग्य से ज्यादा बोलो किसने पाया। तेरा था जो तुझ मिला है, कोई तो छीन न पाया। जीवन प्रभु सौगात है, फिर कहीं फिक्रात है। जीवन प्रभु सौगात है, फिर कहीं फिक्रात है। जिसके नाम से कितनों के बिगड़े काम तो बन जाते। जिसकी याद से जन्म जन्म के कष्ट सभी मिट जाते। सामने वो दिन रात प्यार की बरसात है, सामने वो दिन रात है, प्यार की बरसात है, सदा सबल का साथ हमारे, सदा सबल का साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है, ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है, ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है, डरने की क्या बात है, डरने की क्या बात है। आज स्वामी दयानंद सरस्वती जी का ऋषि बोध उत्सव, एक छोटा सा भजन और उनको श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करते हुए वो कौन सा दिल है जिस में बसा नहीं, वो कौन सा दिल है जिसमें बसा नहीं, वो सबका देवता था किसी और का नहीं, वो सबका देवता था किसी और का नहीं, वो कौन सा दिल है जिसमें बसा नहीं। थोड़े से वक्त में इतना काम कर गया, जी वो काम कर गया, थोड़े से वक्त में इतना काम कर गया, जी वो काम कर गया, थोड़े से वक्त में इतना काम कर गया, जी वो काम कर गया, जो काम अब तलक किसी ने भेजा नहीं, जो काम अब तलक किसी ने भेजा नहीं, वो सब का देवता था किसी एक का नहीं। जुल्मों से तम की बारिश, नफरत की आंधियां, नफरत की आंधियां, जुल्मों से तम की बारिश, नफरत की आंधियां, नफरत की आंधियां, जुल्मों से तम की बारिश, नफरत की आंधियां, नफरत की आंधियां, कितने सब की बात है, पल भर रुका नहीं, वो सब का देवता था किसी एक का नहीं, वो सब का देवता था किसी एक का नहीं। ईश्वर के सत्य ज्ञान को घर घर पहुंचा दिया, आज घर घर पहुंचा दिया, ईश्वर के सत्य ज्ञान को घर घर पहुंचा दिया, आज घर घर पहुंचा दिया, ईश्वर के सत्य ज्ञान को घर घर पहुंचा दिया, आज घर घर पहुंचा दिया, जीवन में बढ़ता ही गया, पल भर थकान, वो सब का देवता था किसी एक का नहीं। वेदों का जाम आदमी पीता है एक बार, हाजी पीता है एक बार, वेदों का जाम आदमी पीता है एक बार, हाजी पीता है एक बार, वेदों का जाम आदमी पीता है एक बार, आज पीता है एक बार, जीवन में उतर जाए ऐसा नशा नहीं, वो सब का देवता था किसी एक का नहीं। यूं तो इस जहान में कई रहनुमा हुए, आज कई रहनुमा हुए, यूं तो इस जहान में कई रहनुमा हुए, हाजी कई रहनुमा हुए। यूं तो इस जहान में कई रहनुमा हुए, हाजी कई रहनुमा हुए, पर देव दयानंद का मुकाबला नहीं, पर देव दयानंद का मुकाबला नहीं। वो कौन साग है ऋषि जिसमें बसा नहीं, वो कौन साग है ऋषि जिसमें बसा नहीं। वो सबका देवता था किसी एक का नहीं, वो सबका देवता था किसी एक का नहीं, वो सबका देवता था किसी एक का नहीं।
धन्यवाद। गोल्डन वॉइस आप ऐसे ही आर्य समाज में आते हैं और ऐसे ही हमारा आपके गोल्डन वॉइस से हमको भजन सुनना चाहिए। अब मैं विनती करूंगा आर्य आर्य बाल विहार के कोऑर्डिनेटर ऋषि जी को तो बाल विहार बच्चे ने बहुत दिनों से प्रैक्टिस करे, आज ऋषिबोध और सारे टीचर्स और सब ने बहुत बहुत मेहनत की।
छोटे हैं ना दिखाने।
सबको सादर नमस्ते। आज हम काफी टाइम के बाद बाल विहार के बच्चे वेरी फॉर्चुनेट इन बच्चों का कुछ खास ऐसी प्रैक्टिस नहीं हो पाई बिकॉज देयर क्लासेस आर ऑल ऑनलाइन, तो जूम के ऊपर है और इसके जैसा भी करेंगे उनको थोड़ा तालियों से जरा उनको साइड दीजिएगा। हमारे साथ हैं सबसे पहले मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि आज आपको मालूम है आप क्यों आए हैं यहाँ पर,
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम आदित्य है। आज मैं स्वामी दयानंद सरस्वती के बारे में बात करूंगा। Swami Dayanand Saraswati was born on 1824 from Para, Gujarat, India. His original name was Mool Shankar. Dayanand received the early education appropriate to a young Brahmin of a well-to-do family. At the age of 14, he accompanied his father on an all-night vigil at a Shiv temple. While his father and some others fell asleep, mice came and ate the offerings. He now doubted the existence of God. For the next 15 years, he traveled throughout India in search of a religious truth and finally became a disciple of Swami Vidyanand. His guru, in lieu of the usual teacher's fee, extracted a promise from Dayanand to spend his life working towards a reinstatement of the Vedic Hinduism that had existed in pre-Buddhist India. The meeting that established the Arya Samaj was held in Bombay, which is now Mumbai, on April 10, 1875. Swami Dayanand Saraswati opposed child marriage, advocated the remarriage of widows, opened Vedic study to members of all castes, and founded many educational and charitable institutions. The Arya Samaj also contributed greatly to the reawakening of the spirit of Indian nationalism in pre-independent states. Dhanyavad.
अपने आप ही तैयार करें एंड बच्चों में बहुत बहुत हमारा मन जो है ना इन बच्चों के लिए बहुत प्यार देता है क्योंकि बच्चे बहुत सिंसियर हैं, बहुत ही प्यार करते हैं और ये हमें प्यार देते हैं, हम उनको प्यार करते हैं। So that's what this Arya Bal Vihar is. तो हमारे साथ में यहीं से बोल देती हूँ, हमारे साथ हैं आगमन, अक्षय, वंश, अनिका, अरहम, अंशी, आदित्य, Ayan, Ahana, Khyati, Rima, Ellie, and David. So आइएगा देखते हैं कि इन बच्चों ने क्या क्या किया. We tried our best, but they just practice on Zoom. So bear with us. So every child going to go get the mic, and then we speak. Kathy, you are first.
तेरा महान तेज है छाया हुआ सृष्टि की वस्तु तू हो रहा विद्यमान तेरे इधर ध्यान हम मांगे तेरी दया ईश्वर हमारी भक्ति को श्रेष्ठ मार्ग पर चला दाता हमारी भक्ति को सत्य मार्ग पर चला
When you speak, you can take your mouth.
We are gathered here today to celebrate RishiBodh Utsav. Arya Samaj celebrates Shivratri Day as RishiBodh Divas. Who is RishiBodh Divas? Swami Dayananda's father was a follower of Lord Shiva and taught him all the rituals to pray to Lord Shiva. On the occasion of Shivratri, Dayananda sat awake the whole night and he was waiting for God to appear and accept their offering. He got very disappointed that Lord Shiva didn't appear. The little man all the offerings. On that night, he got an awakening that this is not from God, and he decided to turn to God. The founder of Arya Samaj, leading a group of noble people. The motto of Arya Samaj is Trinvanto Vishwam Arya, meaning make this world a noble place. And the prime object of Arya Samaj is to do good to the whole world, meaning that is to achieve physical, spiritual, and social progress for all. Extra marks for Swami gave a new direction to India. But the Vedas are the scriptures of true knowledge. Vedas are the voice of God. Here are the four Vedas: Rig, Samved, Yajurved, and Atharvaved. Swami Dayananda was a Hindu spiritual leader and great social reformer. He promoted the equal rights for women, right to read for women, right to read and recite Vedas for women, and the right to educate women. He also supported widow to remarriages. Swamiji gave us 10 universal principles to make the world noble, and some of them are. God is the source of all sciences. God is the source of all sciences.
what is right and give up what is wrong. Read good books and spread the knowledge.
Om is the highest supreme name of the God. Today, as we are celebrating RishiBodh FB27, we should follow the path and teachings of Swami Dhyana. ये ओम का झंडा आता है, ये ओम का झंडा आता है। सोने वालों जाग लो, सोने वालों जाग लो। लेकर उगते रवि की लाली, लेकर उगते रवि की लाली। बसंती हरियाली, नित्य बसंती हरियाली। ये ले लाडे आता है, ये ले लाडे आता है। धरती के जागे भाग चलो, धरती के जागे भाग चलो। सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो। ये ओम का झंडा आता है, ये ओम का झंडा आता है। सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो। ये ओम का झंडा आता है।
जो भी हम कर पाए Zoom के ऊपर, I wish that थोड़ा सा volume होगा। But kiddos, you did it, बेटे बच्चे बहुत बच्चे प्यारे हैं next time। और मेरा मन किया बोलने का, हालांकि I'm not a secretary sorry, लेकिन आप सभी का मैं तहे दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ। बच्चों का, यूथ का, पेरेंट्स का जो कितनी मेहनत करते हैं, वेरी सिंसियर पेरेंट्स, थैंक यू सो मच। हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिएगा। 3 साल से ये लोग फैमिलीज ईश्वर से लोग या फैमिलीज हमारी फैमिली बन चुकी हैं। आर्य समाज में आया करिएगा, रेगुलर जब शुरू हो जाएगा इन पर्सन वी विल मीट यू ऑल। बट अभी हम जूम के ऊपर हैं, अगर आपके भी बच्चे हैं, ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन तो आप जरूर भेजिएगा। सो दिस वाज जस्ट अ लिटिल क्या बोलते हैं उसका, वो था थोड़ा सा, लेकिन 2 साल के बाद फर्स्ट टाइम इन्होंने ऐसे आइटम प्रस्तुत किया। सो थैंक्स ऑल द टीचर्स, थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन।
जितने सारे बच्चों को आगे आ जाए, on behalf of RishiBodh, we have a small little token of appreciation. So request for all the Arya Balina Bachche, please come to the front and we can thank you.
जल्दी से आ जाइए। हम जैसे पहले आप खड़े थे अपनी लाइन में, वैसे खड़े होकर
So we give them the blessings of Om Tam Jiva Shadam Om Tam Jiva Shadam Paramana Tejas Ayushman Tejasvi Varchas Samhoya. So continue on the same path. And here, when you're being person, when you're being able to find each one, you will want that path. That was really, really important. Thank you.
Good job, Ed. Good job.
और सारे टीचर्स को आगे बात की सेशन के सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ऐसे हमारे फ्यूचर हमारे समाज ऐसे ही आते रहे हमारे आर्य समाज। Just like another future of Arya Samaj, I am requesting a very own youth, Simone G. She's been coming to Arya Samaj for a very long time, and she's been part of the Arya Balya since the day one stages. So I'm requesting her for a short speech, Simone G.
Good morning. Swami Dayanand Saraswati Ji, a philosopher and scholar who initiated Arya Samaj in Bombay in the year 1875 with the mission to bring change in societal views. He was an advocate for the many rights we are still fighting for today. Those rights where voices unite to amplify the need to bring change. Swami Dayanand Saraswati Ji strongly believed in eradicating child marriage, to give children the right to their childhood and education. He stood firm to achieve equality, supporting women to gain access to education with the aim for them to build a life enriched in knowledge without any barriers impeding their freedom of thought or expression. He had large efforts to abolish the caste system so that each individual is seen as equal and with respect, regardless of the family they have been born into or the last name that they carry. With this in mind, Swami Dayanand Saraswati Ji created the 10 principles of Arya Samaj, which include truth, justice or dharma, and upliftment, among many others. A guide to being truthful and honest when lies can easily be told. A strong sense of karma or fairness, to be fair in all your actions and avoid partaking in misdeeds. To hold a conscience, to not only build success for oneself, but to also aid others in their path towards progression, whatever that may look like for them, by sharing your skills and resources. An idea born in an Indian city is now recognized by individuals around the world, not just by adopting a lifestyle that follows these 10 principles, but also through simple physical activities such as yoga, which Swami Dayanand Saraswati Ji encouraged as a way to embrace spirituality and has now become a part of individuals' daily routine. In a world of clashes, disparity, and unfairness, it is on us to choose who we become. Because who makes a society? Who makes a community? And who leads the next generation? Us. We do. When we focus our minds and bodies to be more productive, when we become more kind, when we become less judgmental, and when we become more generous, we bring change. The change Swami Dayanand Saraswati Ji brought up over a century ago. On this day of RishiBodh FB27, we must reflect on ourselves. We must reflect on our morals and integrity to bring the change that is long overdue.
Simone का मैं आपको बता दूं, from day one of Arya Balya, Simone and her mom, they have been connected with us, and she's a young girl, but she was a teacher from day one. She was in high school that time. Yes, and she's with us. You can see the kindness. शब्दों में ना kindness आपकी नजर आती है. So she is a very, very nice girl, and we really bless her. God. Thank you so much.
Dhanyawad, Mondi, thank you. The future of Arya Samaj is very bright and very strong, as you can see from today. I request now Acharya Ji for this special session. He, with Yatika Ji and all of us, we had created something unique. It is a question and answer period. The youth of Arya Samaj wanted to ask one live question to Acharya Ji and get a response on how the youth would be presenting and interacting in the current age. So I request Nikhil Poliji for the live question, one of our very own.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Namaste. Thank you, Acharya Ji, for taking some questions today. So something on my mind that I would like to get your perspective on is, so as kids, youth, young adults, as they age and become more independent with their careers, maybe relationships, maybe they move out of the house. With all that happening, they should also keep a strong connection to their parents and their values. So I wanted to get your perspective on why this is important as you become more independent, and what are some practical things that we as young adults can do to keep that connection.
Good question. Let's understand the relationships. Rishis have explained how relationships should grow between parents and children as they grow. When a child is a baby, need full attention. And as when the child starts walking, running, the independence starts there. The guidance is there that the child, when the child is there, you have to give love and affection, but also, as we say in modern management, use the policy of the carrot and stick. Because if we say in the name of total liberalism, we allow the child to do everything that he or she wants to do, then we run the risk of the child being on the totally opposite path with no respect for anyone. So we need to use the policy of the carrot and stick. Reward the child with good behavior, but when the behavior is bad, correct that. We need to dare to that. Second, when the child starts growing and reaches the height of the parents, kande se kande mein late hain, then the child should be treated as a friend. And what does the friend do? When things are right, give the enthusiasm, the push to move ahead. And when things are wrong, just please pull back, bring the person in a corner, and then give him or her the right direction. If you're going to reprimand the child in front of the public, the child will feel ashamed. So you better reprimand the child in the opportune moment, at the right moment. But the laissez-faire policy, which we say in French, allow everything to go that is bad. And then when the child has grown into an adult, now gets married. So remember the ashram vyavastha. The parents need now to behave to the young couple as adults. Mera bachcha tha, mera bachcha rahega, that's fine. But he or she is no longer the baby or the toddler. So we need to reciprocate that mutual relationship, friendship, love and affection. figure on that and then start gradually shifting the responsibilities of the household on the newly married couple. What they will feel that when they are given responsibility, they will feel valued. And this is what people look for. It's not only giving value in terms of praise, but give them the responsibilities, allow them to shoulder the responsibilities. Probably initially they need some guidance. And that also has to be in line with the principle of the ASM. Priti Purvak Dharmanusar Yatha Yogya. Priti Purvak, that is the ruling condition. Whatever has to be taught, has to be spoken, it's with love and affection. Dharmanusar, it has to be on the path of truth. As adults, we may be wrong, we may be right. The young in front of us may be right, may be wrong. But let's take the path of truth. The path of truth will always lead us to Dharma. Then Yatha Yogya. If you feel the moment is not right to talk about these things, just pull back. Take your time, review your strategies, come back, put your needs. And I will repeat the same thing which I said last week. If you lose your cool, you just replace the C by an F. So if you lose your cool, you'll become. So just remember that. Thank you. Another question? So today we are here to celebrate RishiBodh FB27. In the general sense, we speak about RishiBodh as a RishiBodh Mahotsav. Not as an Utsav, but Mahotsav, a great celebration. Celebration of enlightenment, bodh. Then Rishi means seer, sage, who has unfolded the knowledge of the Vedas, the Arsha Granthas to us. Who've realized the knowledge first and then unfolded that to us. So RishiBodh, two words, Rishi and Bodh. And Niruk says, Rishi mantra drashtavye rishaya. The one who has realized the mantra not only in terms of knowledge, but also applied in daily life. Otherwise, it's bookish knowledge. And if you stick to bookish knowledge, the most intelligent entity would have been libraries in the world, which is not the case. And in modern world, it's probably Google. Take the case of RishiBodh. We celebrate RishiBodh. Why? Maharishi Dayanand, as everybody went to the Shiv temple, the Rhodas desecrated the prasad. And after that, that struck him the question whether this is really God or not. I'll give you the example. He was not the first person, nor the last person to see that in this world since creation. Not creation, but since idol worship started in this world. With the advent of Buddhism and Jainism. These are the two corrupted, dividing philosophies. Not hurting anyone, without any intention, but we went astray with these. So, the other example is, take modern life. Newton, who interpreted the law of gravity. He was not the first person, nor the last person to see the apple falling from the tree. But the inquisitive mind led Newton to come with the law of gravity explaining that to us. Likewise, Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati name was Guru Shankar. And it's like brilliant, what's in a name? Mool Shankar, the essence of Shankar, which is one of the many names of the one and only God. No two, no three, no 1,000 gods. When he saw the mice, the rodents desecrating the prasad, he was told she was almighty, all protecting, and the question came, if he couldn't protect the prasad, how could he protect the world? Inquisitive mind. Mool Shankar realized that, and with certain circumstances, the death of his sister, the death of his father, of his uncle, he decided to go in search of real Shankar, the real God. He left home, he was caught, brought back. Second time when he left, he was never found. And this is as per his short autobiography. Ignorance was prevailing in India at 90% illiteracy rate. It was 3% of the population who could read and write. विश्व के गुरु उस समय चेला बनने लायक नहीं. The guru was not what we call with pride the world guru. India was subjected to such desecration of the Vedic values and the education system that people were blind in ignorance, in faith, and whatever they were told, they took for granted that it was the truth. And what if there was no Swami Dayananda? How good the story the kids told it, brilliant. If there was no Swami Dayananda, illiteracy was rampant rate of 97%, which couldn't have been overcome. Because Maharishi Dayananda, when he came with the emphasis on education, first, Matriman, Pitriman, Acharyaman, Purusho Veda. Blessed is the child whose parents, first mother, second father, third, the gurus are Dharmic Vidwan, are learned, but not only learned, but also righteous in whatever they do. And that emphasis on the crucial role of the mother led to education of girls and boys. And this is where we are today. If there was no Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati, probably we wouldn't have been sitting here in Canada. Or we would have been carried just as our ancestors, as indentured laborers put on various parts of this planet only to work worse than the slaves. You go into history, you will know. Go into the history of indentured laborers, Mauritius, Fiji, Guyana, South Africa, Suriname, you'll find it there. In spite of the abolition of slavery, they were treated worse. So if there was no Maharishi Dayananda, with no emphasis on education and no Arya Samaj, you would have continued in blind faith, ignorance, without knowing what is the real characteristics of God and doing every sort of things in the name of worship. He cleared the concepts of God. शंकर का जो मूल है उसने हमें बताया. जब घर छोड़े तो उसने ब्रह्मचारी का नाम जो है शुद्ध चैतन्य रखा. Clear consciousness, and he attained that. And the beauty of it, when he took sannyas, Daya Anand. To those who gave him poison, to those who came to take his life, he forgave them. So what is the best characteristic of Daya? Compassion. Because these people, they were provoked by others to come to take his life. So they were acting in ignorance. He brought back the knowledge of the Vedas to us. आजकल भी कई लोगों से सुनते आते हैं, वेद में ये लिखा है, उनसे पूछो कहाँ पर लिखा है, कौन से वेद में, they don't know. Even if you do Google search, so many dirty things are just there in the name of the Vedas. Unfortunately, that's why we need to connect back to the source. And for that, Maharishi Dayananda gave us a right guide, the Rig Veda, the Bhashya Bhumika, on the interpretation of the Vedas. He gave us the Sanskar Vidhi of the 16 sacraments, what has to be done before conceiving a child, during the growth stage, then married life, retirement, and ultimately ending with Antyeshti Sanskar. Satyat Prakash with universal concepts. The first chapter, quite tight to read. But if you understand the preface to the book, then probably you will be easy going on the chapters. Otherwise, start with chapter 3, 4, 7, 8, and 10, 9, and then come back to it. Came with the philosophy of the Vedas. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. God is one. We call it by various names. The main name is Om. The various names, each and every other name, give only one characteristic of God or one action of God. उनका एक गुण, एक कर्म या एक स्वभाव को बताता है. I just give you one example. I am the son of my father, the great son, grandson of my grandfather, and then I am the father of my son and daughter, and I'm grandfather to grandchild. Now, if each and everybody pulls me apart and say, no, this is mine, with one particular relationship, this is what is happening in the name of God. You are each pulling apart with one single name, thinking that it is one God, ye mera Ishtadev, forgetting that the one supreme being is the Ishtadev. The happy family life is described in chapter 2 of Satyat Prakash, education in chapter 3, then we go on the correct understanding of the scientific approach. Ethics in politics. One full chapter is on politics, Raj, Dharma. Then creation in the Vedas, forget about the Big Bang. And science already agrees matter cannot be created nor destroyed. From the Big Bang, where if from nothing, how could so many things come up? And Sankhya Darshan says, Karya, Karana Bhavat Karya Bhavat. Without the cause, you can't have the creation, you can't have the effect. So even science, unfortunately, on that path of creation, stands with no logic there. They're still looking for it since 60 years in CERN, looking for what gives mass to justify it there. Then it's about knowledge and ignorance. It's about exemplary conduct. Ahar, vichar, vyavhar. Then 11 to 14 is about the rationalization of beliefs. Very interesting to read. It's not criticizing other faith, other beliefs. It's a constructive criticism. And if you go into what Maharishi Dayananda said, it's word to word quoting from the other faith books. So the beauty of it is connected us back to the Gayatri Mantra, enlightenment of the mind. He was a rishi, he was enlightened, but showed the path of enlightenment to all of us. Diyo yona prachodaya Ishwar hamare buddhi ko shreshta marg par le chala. Praying to God, but they remember only prayers. We need to act accordingly. And for that, we need to do swadhyaya, study of the scriptures. We need to do atmanirikshan, self-introspection, looking at what we've done at the end of the day, probably take 3 things which we did went good and how we can improve. 3 things which went bad, how we can next time avoid these mistakes, errors, and omissions. Arya Samaj was founded by Maharishi Dayananda for societal and national regeneration. We're talking about the independence of India, the first movement post the Mughal and British colonization was 1857. And Swami Dayananda was the mastermind behind the curtains. Had he come forward, he would have been finished just like Jhansi Ki Rani and the others. That's why he played behind the curtains. He showed us the path to. So many people decry and say Arya Samaj doesn't believe in Ramayana and Gita and Mahabharata. He showed us the path. If you take Ramayana, please take Valmiki Ramayana. There are more than 4,000 versions of the Ramayana in this world today. And each one has its own version with the adulteration. I would say adulteration, not addition, because they've turned the personalities of Sri Ram and Sita as Lacha, Devas, to be pitied upon because they went to the forest, they suffered so much. Instead of the chivalrous Sri Ram Chandraji, instead of treating Sri Ram as Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram, you hear it in the Katha. Those Kathakars, they are crying on the sad plight of Sri Ram and Sita. Forgot that in total ignorance of that these were righteous persons. It's the same thing for Gita. I was once presenting Hinduism among 50 Christians in the church. And when they came to me, they presented the Hindu gods, snake god, elephant god. And when it came to Krishna, it was clear, the playboy god, with its 16,000 and something gopis. Yogeshwar ko humne playboy bana. So who is responsible for that decadence? Arya Samaj came to show the people that you are defaming your own ancestors. And if we are defaming our ancestors, what respect people will give to us? I come to the first question which came to me about relationships. So just bear in mind, Arya Samaj is not there to disturb the order of society, but rather to bring that social and national integration. We need to learn the precepts so that we can argue and we can defend rightly before others. Maharishi Dayananda showed us not to battle our convictions for the sake of convenience. And this is what happens in the world of today. For the sake of convenience, I do anything which will suit the other person. I can get a promotion, I can get some material benefit, something like that. But where is principles of human life? The greats. He showed us the eternal principles which are taught now by others and they come to teach us. We are all brothers and sisters. We've forgotten our own concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. He showed us the world of a just society where everybody is equal. And Varna is based on competencies, not birth-based. And then the Vedic edicts, rights of children we heard it. Right of women, we heard it from the kids. Right to education, we also heard that. Right to decent employment, to decent living, it's all there. So let's adopt you want to be real members of the Arya Samaj, I'll end with that. My humble appeal. Let's connect to the Arya Samaj as regularly as possible. Let's adopt Swadhyay, study of the scriptures, 10-15 minutes daily. Let's do Sandhya Upasana meditation to raise our spiritual levels. Let's do yoga to enhance our physical state, the Hatha Yoga. That Patanjali Yoga brings us to the spiritual level. And then let's connect with Panch Mahayajna Vidhi, which unfortunately has been distorted as Panchayat and Puja otherwhere as well. What is Panch Mahayajna Vidhi? First, Sandhya Upasana Vidhi, which is meditation. Second, Deviyat is about Havan, which we did. And if you do Havan daily, it takes about 10 minutes only. And third is Balivesha Devi, Yad's caring, no, it's Pitri Yad's caring for elderly parents within the house. It's not offering food and drinks when they are dead. Care for them in their lifetime. Then Atithi Yad's for the learned guests and scholars, elderly persons, you care for them. Last, Balivesha Devi Yad's care for all forms of life in this universe. If we adopt that, we'll bring the philosophy of Arya Samaj in our daily life into practical. We'll be able to follow the footsteps of Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati and be the torch bearers of the Arya Samaj movement. Wish you all well. It's a long story which I tried to cut short, as short as possible, and we will continue on this path. So stay safe, stay healthy, and stay blessed within the principles of 9 and 10 of the Arya Samaj. Respect the guidelines because our safety depends on the safety of the community. And this is from the Arya Samaj principle 9 and 10. Thank you for your attention. Sabhi ko sadar namaste. Dhyan ke liye dhanyavad. For those who expected me to talk English today, since we are more young people, I chose English rather than the mix which I'm used to, Indian English. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
धन्यवाद आचार्य जी। वो एक फिलॉसफी है कि हम सब फॉलो करेंगे। If you lose your cool, you become a fool. शायद एक चीज अमर बन गई हमारे आर्य समाज मार्ग में। Quickly announcements करो। With the restrictions being relieved and back, Arya Samaj programs are happening in person. Tuesday को हमारे senior का program है, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday online हमारा प्रवचन का program है, जो in person भी आप आ सकते हो। Saturday को भी आप question answer का period भी है। Sunday is happening in person, so सबको विनती है कि आप in person आओ, join करो आर्य समाज में। We have a very exciting program, March 19th, Saturday, from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. We have a Prabhu Mela program. There'll be music, dance, dandiya, prizes, and much more. Tickets are $20 for adults, $14 for kids between the ages of 4 to 16, and kids under the age of 4 are free. If you wish to get the ticket, please contact Synergy, Kamleshi, myself, or Sunita Chakra. Thank you. So मैं विनती करूँगा कमला जी को शांति पाठ के लिए आज और धन्यवाद सबको।
शांति पाठ। ओम शांति अंतरिक्षं शांति पृथ्वी शांतिरापः शांतिरोषधयः शांति वनस्पतयः शांति विश्वे देवा शांति शांति सर्वं शांति शांति देवा शांति सामा शांति ओम शांति शांति शांति।
The meaning of Shanti Path. O God, by your grace, be all the celestial regions be peaceful, Antariksha, the space be peaceful, Prithvi, the earth be peaceful, Apaha, the waters be peaceful, Oshadaya, the seasonal plants and medicinal plants be peaceful, Vanaspataya, the perennial plants and vegetation be peaceful, Vishwadeva, the learned and elderly, be conducive to peace and prosperity. Brahma Shanti, may God, the Supreme Creator, relieve our pains and sorrows, bring us peace. Sarvam Shanti, may the universe be peaceful. Shanti Reva, may peace be peaceful. Sama Shanti, may that peace be with us. And free time Shanti, may there be cosmic, physical, and spiritual peace. May we be free from Adhyatmik, Adibautik, and Adidaivik dukh. Bhojan mantra, mealtime prayer. Om Annavate Annasya Node Anami Vasya Sushmina Pradatam Tarisha Urjanno Dehi Dvipade Chatushpade हे अन्न के स्वामिन प्रभु आप हमें अन्न दो जो रोग रहित और पुष्टि कारक हो आप अन्नदाता का कल्याण करो दो पाए मनुष्यों और चौपाए पशुओं आदि में तेज धारण करो ओ अन्नदाता ईश्वर गिव ऑफ फूड kindly provide us healthy and energy producing food grant serenity to those who give food in charity. May all living beings be blessed with energy-giving food. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
जो बोले सो अभय।
धर्म की जय।
from ऋषि विद्यानंद जी की, महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद जी की, योगी राज श्री कृष्ण जी की, मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री राम जी की, माता सीता जी की, आर्य समाज, वेद की ज्योति, ओम का झंडा, वैदिक ध्वनि। सबको सादर नमस्ते।
प्रसाद के लिए नीचे जा सकते हैं।
आप भोजन के लिए नीचे चलें।